Have you ever worked hard all day, only to realize that you accomplished far less than you expected? You stayed busy from morning until evening, answered messages, attended meetings, completed small tasks, and yet your most important goals remained untouched. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people believe that success comes from working longer hours, but the truth is very different. The most productive people in the world do not have more time than anyone else. They simply know how to use their time, energy, and attention in a smarter way. The genius skill, how to achieve more than everyone else in record time, is built on one simple idea: productivity is not about doing more things, it is about doing the right things. Success is created by making wise choices, protecting your focus, managing your energy, and building habits that support your goals every single day. When you understand these principles, you stop feeling overwhelmed and start making real progress without working yourself to exhaustion. Throughout this audiobook, you will discover practical strategies that anyone can apply. You will learn why many people confuse being busy with being productive, how deep focus can multiply your results, how to choose the tasks that matter most, and why your daily habits are more powerful than temporary motivation. You will also learn how to manage your energy, overcome procrastination, and create a personal system that helps you stay productive for years to come. These lessons are simple, practical, and designed to fit into everyday life, whether you are a student, an employee, an entrepreneur, or someone who simply wants to make better use of each day. Before we begin, please take a moment to support the channel. If you enjoy audiobook summaries about productivity, success, personal growth, and self-improvement, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support encourages us to create more content that helps people improve their lives. Now, find a quiet place, take a deep breath, clear your mind of distractions, and let's begin the journey toward working smarter, achieving more, and building a life filled with purpose and lasting success. Chapter 1: The Secret of Real Productivity. Why do most people work more but achieve less? Many people end their day feeling tired, yet they wonder why they made so little progress. They spent hours answering emails, checking messages, attending meetings, and completing small tasks, but the important work remained unfinished. This happens because being busy is not the same as being productive. Being busy means filling your day with activity. Being productive means using your time to create meaningful results. The most successful people understand this difference. They do not try to do everything. Instead, they focus on doing the few things that truly move them closer to their goals. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that working longer hours automatically leads to greater success. In reality, long hours often lead to mental fatigue, poor decisions, and lower quality work. Imagine two people with the same goal. One works for 10 hours while constantly checking social media and responding to every notification. The other works for 4 hours with complete focus and clear priorities. In many cases, the second person will achieve far more because every minute is used with purpose. Productivity is not measured by the number of hours you work, but by the value you create during those hours. Highly productive people also think differently. Instead of asking, "How can I do more today?" they ask, "What is the most important thing I should do today?" This simple change in thinking transforms the way they spend their time. They know that not every task deserves the same level of attention. Some activities create real progress, while others simply make them feel busy. By identifying the tasks with the greatest impact, they use their energy wisely and avoid wasting time on things that do not truly matter. Another important habit of productive people is protecting their attention. They understand that focus is one of their most valuable resources. Every interruption, every unnecessary meeting, and every distraction steals a small piece of their concentration. Instead of allowing their day to be controlled by outside demands, they create periods of uninterrupted work where they can think deeply and complete meaningful tasks. They know that 1 hour of focused work often produces better results than several hours of distracted effort. Your journey toward smarter time management begins with small decisions. At the start of each day, choose 1 or 2 tasks that will make the biggest difference if completed. Finish these tasks before moving on to less important activities. Learn to say no to work that does not support your goals. Give yourself permission to ignore unnecessary distractions while you focus on what truly matters. These simple habits may seem small, but when repeated every day, they completely change the way you work and the results you achieve. The main lesson of this chapter is clear: real productivity is not about working harder, it is about working smarter. Success comes from focusing on the right priorities, protecting your attention, and using your time with intention. When you stop measuring your day by how busy you were and start measuring it by the meaningful progress you made, everything begins to change. Every productive life starts with a simple choice: stop filling your schedule with endless activity, and start filling it with actions that bring you closer to the future you truly want. Chapter 2: The Power of Focus. How do the most successful people think? One of the biggest differences between highly successful people and everyone else is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is their ability to focus. Every day, they make a conscious decision to give their full attention to the work that matters most. While many people allow their minds to jump from one task to another, successful people stay with one important task until it is complete. They understand that great achievements are created through deep concentration, not constant activity. Focus allows them to think more clearly, solve problems faster, and produce work of much higher quality. Many people believe that multitasking is an effective way to get more done. In reality, the human brain is not designed to perform several complex tasks at the same time. Every time you switch between writing an email, checking your phone, answering a message, and returning to your project, your brain needs time to adjust. This constant switching reduces your concentration, increases mistakes, and wastes valuable mental energy. Instead of saving time, multitasking often makes simple work take much longer. Focusing on one task at a time is almost always the faster and more effective approach. Successful people also understand that attention is one of their most valuable resources. They do not give it away carelessly. They know that every notification, unnecessary meeting, or social media update steals a small part of their concentration. That is why they create clear boundaries during their work sessions. They silence their phones, close unnecessary websites, and avoid interruptions whenever possible. By protecting their attention, they give themselves the opportunity to perform at their highest level and make steady progress toward their goals. Creating the right environment is another important secret to deep focus. Your surroundings influence your thoughts more than you may realize. A quiet, clean, and organized workspace helps your mind stay calm and productive. When your desk is free of clutter and your digital devices are not constantly demanding your attention, it becomes much easier to concentrate. Even small changes, such as wearing headphones, working in a peaceful place, or preparing everything you need before you begin, can greatly improve your ability to stay focused. Deep focus also requires practice and patience. At first, your mind may wander after only a few minutes. This is completely normal because most people have trained their brains to expect constant stimulation. Instead of becoming frustrated, gently bring your attention back to the task each time you notice your thoughts drifting. With daily practice, your ability to concentrate will grow stronger. Just like exercising a muscle, every focused work session strengthens your mind and makes future concentration easier. The main lesson of this chapter is simple but powerful: focus is often more valuable than intelligence. A person with average talent and exceptional concentration can achieve far more than someone with great talent but constant distraction. By avoiding multitasking, protecting your attention, creating a supportive environment, and practicing deep focus every day, you give yourself a powerful advantage in your studies, career, and personal life. Success is not only about working hard, it is about giving your best attention to the work that truly matters. Before we continue this audiobook, don't forget to support us with a like and subscribe. Chapter 3: Smart Priorities: How to Achieve the Biggest Results with the Least Effort. One of the greatest secrets of highly productive people is that they do not try to do everything. They understand that not all tasks are equally important. Some activities create meaningful progress, while others only keep them busy. Instead of filling their day with endless work, they carefully choose the few tasks that will have the greatest impact. This simple way of thinking allows them to accomplish more without feeling overwhelmed. Success is often not about doing more, it is about doing what matters most. A useful idea that many successful people follow is often called the 80-20 principle, or the Pareto principle. It teaches us that a small number of our efforts often produce most of our results. For example, a few important tasks may create most of your progress, while many smaller tasks add very little value. This means that before starting your day, you should ask yourself, which task will make the biggest difference if I complete it today? When you focus on that task first, your time becomes much more valuable, and your efforts produce greater rewards. Good planning also makes your priorities much clearer. Instead of beginning your day without direction, spend a few minutes deciding what truly needs your attention. Write down your most important goals and arrange them in order of importance. Start with the task that brings you closest to your long-term objectives, even if it feels difficult. Finishing your highest priority work early gives you confidence, reduces stress, and creates momentum that carries you through the rest of the day. Many people delay important projects because they seem too large or too difficult. A big goal can feel overwhelming when you look at it as one enormous challenge. The solution is to divide it into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of thinking about writing an entire book, focus on writing one page. Instead of worrying about building a successful business, focus on completing today's most important task. Small steps are easier to begin, and each completed step builds confidence for the next one. Progress happens one action at a time. Learning to say no is another important part of setting smart priorities. Every time you say yes to an unnecessary task, you say no to something more valuable. Highly productive people protect their time because they know it is limited. They avoid activities that do not support their goals and refuse to let distractions control their schedule. This does not mean ignoring responsibilities. It means making thoughtful choices about where to invest your time and energy so that every effort has a meaningful purpose. The main lesson of this chapter is simple but powerful: great results come from smart priorities, not endless effort. When you focus on the tasks that matter most, plan your day with intention, break large goals into small actions, and protect your time from unnecessary distractions, you make steady progress without feeling exhausted. Success is built one important decision at a time, and every day gives you a new opportunity to choose what truly deserves your attention. Chapter 4: Managing Your Energy and Building Habits That Create Success. Many people believe that productivity depends only on how much time they have. In reality, your energy is often even more important than your schedule. You can have several free hours, but if you are tired, stressed, or mentally exhausted, it becomes difficult to think clearly or do your best work. On the other hand, 1 hour of focused work with high energy can produce better results than many hours of working while feeling drained. Truly successful people understand this, so they do not only manage their time, they also protect and manage their energy every day. One of the greatest sources of energy is good sleep. While you sleep, your body recovers, and your brain organizes information, strengthens memories, and prepares for a new day. When you do not get enough rest, your concentration becomes weaker, your patience decreases, and even simple decisions become more difficult. Sleep is not wasted time. It is an investment that allows you to think more clearly and perform at your highest level. A well-rested mind works faster, learns better, and solves problems more effectively than a tired one. Healthy eating and regular physical activity also play an important role in your productivity. The food you eat becomes the fuel that powers your body and your brain. Nutritious meals, enough water, and regular movement help you stay alert and focused throughout the day. Exercise does not have to be long or difficult. Even a short walk, light stretching, or a few minutes of movement can improve your mood, reduce stress, and increase your energy. Taking care of your body is one of the smartest ways to improve your mind. Energy alone is not enough if your daily habits are weak. The most productive people do not rely on motivation every morning. They create routines that help them take action automatically. They wake up at a regular time, plan their most important task, begin working without unnecessary delays, and repeat these habits day after day. Because these actions become part of their routine, they continue making progress even on days when they do not feel inspired. Habits remove the need to make the same decision over and over again. This is why consistency is far more powerful than short bursts of enthusiasm. Motivation comes and goes, but strong habits remain. Some days you will feel excited and full of energy. Other days you may feel tired or distracted. If you depend only on motivation, your progress will stop whenever your feelings change. But if you build simple daily habits, you will continue moving forward regardless of your mood. Small actions repeated every day eventually become remarkable achievements that seem impossible to others. The main lesson of this chapter is simple but life-changing. Productivity is created by managing both your energy and your habits. When you sleep well, eat healthy food, stay physically active, and build routines that support your goals, success becomes much easier to achieve. You no longer depend on temporary motivation because your daily habits guide your actions. Over time, these small choices become part of who you are, allowing you to accomplish more while feeling healthier, calmer, and more confident every single day. Chapter 5: The System of Continuous Achievement: How to Maintain Success for Life. Achieving success once is not the hardest part. The real challenge is creating a system that allows you to continue improving for many years. Many people experience short periods of high productivity, but they struggle to maintain their progress because they depend on temporary motivation. The most successful people understand that lasting results do not come from occasional moments of great effort. They come from simple systems, regular reviews, and daily actions that continue even when life becomes difficult. One of the most important habits for long-term success is reviewing your performance regularly. Taking time to look back helps you understand what is working and what needs improvement. At the end of each week, ask yourself simple questions. What did I accomplish? What challenges slowed me down? What can I do better next week? This reflection allows you to learn from your experiences instead of repeating the same mistakes. Growth happens when you pay attention to your actions and make small improvements over time. Measuring your progress is another powerful way to stay motivated. Without tracking your results, it is easy to feel like you are not improving, even when you are making progress. You can track your habits, completed tasks, learning hours, or any important goal you are working toward. Seeing your progress creates confidence and reminds you that small efforts are creating real change. Success is not always visible in one day, but consistent tracking reveals the progress that happens little by little. Building your own personal productivity system means creating a method that fits your life. There is no single perfect system for everyone. Some people work best by planning their day the night before, while others prefer creating weekly goals. Some use notebooks, calendars, or digital tools to organize their tasks. The important thing is to create a simple structure that helps you focus on what matters and prevents you from returning to old habits. A good system should make your life easier, not more complicated. To transform these principles into a lifestyle, you can follow a simple 30-day challenge. During the first week, focus on understanding your priorities and removing unnecessary distractions. During the second week, build a consistent daily routine and create focused work sessions. During the third week, improve your energy by taking care of your sleep, health, and environment. During the final week, review your progress and adjust your system based on what you have learned. These 30 days are not about becoming perfect, they are about creating a strong foundation for continuous growth. The main lesson of this chapter is clear: lasting success comes from systems, not temporary effort. When you review your progress, measure your improvements, and build habits that support your goals, productivity becomes a natural part of your life. You do not need to make huge changes overnight. Small actions repeated consistently create powerful results. The person who improves a little every day will eventually achieve things that once seemed impossible. Success is not a destination, it is a system that you build and improve throughout your entire journey. As we reach the end of this journey, one important truth becomes clear: success is not created by one intense day of hard work. It is the result of small decisions and simple actions repeated every day. The people who achieve great things are not always the ones who work the longest hours. They are the ones who learn how to use their time wisely, protect their focus, manage their energy, and build habits that move them forward consistently. Throughout this audiobook, we discovered that productivity is not about doing more until you feel exhausted. It is about working with purpose and creating a system that supports your goals. When you understand your priorities, remove distractions, take care of your body and mind, and develop positive daily routines, achievement becomes a natural part of your life instead of something that only happens occasionally. The journey of improvement does not require huge changes overnight. Start with one simple idea from this book and apply it today. Tomorrow, add another small improvement. With time, these small actions will become stronger habits, and these habits will become part of who you are. Real transformation does not come from one big decision, it comes from the small choices you make again and again. Remember, the goal is not to work more, but to achieve more with the time and energy you already have. Every focused hour, every positive habit, and every small step brings you closer to the life you want to create. Be patient with yourself, trust the process, and continue moving forward. The greatest achievements are built slowly, one small action at a time. Thank you for listening, and may your journey toward greater productivity and success continue every day.